Chat. Welcome to our special broadcast episode regarding today's state of play, the first state of play for 2024. Thank you for the intro music, Kevin. You're always a wonderful, wonderful gentleman with all that intro music that you bring into the chat. We're joined here by the normal cast. Desinoto is in spirit. He's officially dead, but he's here in spirit. Adam,
It's because you're
Kevin,
not Minecraft
myself.
Testanoto.
Okay. We're all here. We're all super excited about the state of play that happened, probably some more than others. Folks, how are we feeling? How are we doing? I am absolutely ecstatic. How the rest of you guys? How are the rest of you gentlemen feeling?
What? Oh, wow, interesting. I'm okay.
Yeah? Adam, how you doing?
Yeah, I have no complaints.
All right. Cool. Desinoto, you feeling good? Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, gentlemen, let's get right into the meat of this topic here, right? Let's talk about the state of play for 2024. Sony came out swinging. Sony came out smacking. Sony came out jiggling all over the place.
Well,
you better believe they came out smacking. They came out swinging.
All right. Okay.
This is their first state of play for 2024. This is good. This was a good one. But without me saying everything, Kevin, let's get your opinion first. Or actually, do you want to go through what was announced, Adam, and then we can get the opinions? Like how we usually do, I think.
Sorry, I was peeing. Yes, we can do that. Desinoto,
Okay.
pull up that blog and you do it.
Oh.
All right, Desinoto, we'll count on you here. Pull up the blog. Let's go through the announcements that happened during the state of play. Kevin, can you fill some time, please?
Oh, I'd love to fill some time. So, the finals got an update today. 1.6. This is the official halfway through the season update, I guess. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure someone doesn't know how to count, but that's fine. Will you hold on a second? Hold on a second. All right. We're talking. All right, so now there's a new game mode called Steal the Spotlight. No fucking clue how the hell that's played because no article I read, and I read 3 of them, actually explains how the game mode is played. But new game mode, Steal the Spotlight, whatever the fuck that is. All I know is you play at night on the Las Vegas map. Sounds like it might be a solo thing, and it's always tripwires and turrets. So it could be hell. It could be something interesting. I don't know. As far as gameplay changes, gadgets got a lot of changes. Recon senses got nerfed, finally. Apparently it was good. I don't know. I hated it. I didn't think it was that great at all, but it now has a maximum range that you can see people through walls, so that's always good. And some other gadgets got like some nerfs here and there. Most of it is probably not going to be like hugely noticeable. And then there was a lot of bug fixes, and a lot of map changes. That's about it.
Nice. Okay, I did see the PlayStation Plus pack on there. I got that already.
Oh! I missed the most important thing. If you play, there's something going on where if you play the new game mode, I don't know how many times you have to play it or whatever, you can get a free skin pack. So check that out.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do that. We're hopping on the finals after this, Kevin. We're hopping on the finals. We're doing that. Desinoto, where are you with that list?
Sorry for saying shush, but I was like already planning on going over the entire patch
you're
notes.
Good. You're good. That's okay. You can shut me up anytime you need to, Daddy. You're all good.
I have a list.
All right, Desinoto, fire away. How did the state of play go today?
So it started with a simmer, Helldivers 2 shown again. Some gameplay that we've seen a few times already, but
beautiful.
Coming out
better. Can't even wait.
So,
didn't need it at all. Don't know why they're advertising a game that's coming out like
they do this all the time.
Yeah,
this
that's
is what
their
they
really do, and I don't
strategy.
understand it.
They'll show a game that's been shown like 3 times.
I think they're aware that a lot of consumers tune in to watch the state of play, and like a lot of people are actually in tune with their tweets and all that. So I think a lot of people look for it. It's just free marketing for them. They just put it in the front. They're like, oh, they're coming out next week. Let's do it.
Yeah, yes, that's fair.
I guess that's their tactic. I don't know. Xbox doesn't take it that way. I don't think so. Anyway, keep going.
It looked good. I myself am not sure too much about it.
Kevin and I, day one, baby.
Already pre-ordered, baby. Here we go.
Already pre-ordered here. Oh, boy.
Oh, we are ready to kill some aliens, some robots, take over planets, build our base. We're ready to go.
Tell you what, though, they confirmed mechs shortly after launch.
They did? They did. Max looked good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I got erect. I got so erect. I was ready. Let's go. All right. What's
Now,
that? That's Zono. What's next?
trying to go in order here. I think it was we visited a bakery.
Mmm.
Oh,
Yes.
We visited a full ass bakery full
uh-huh,
of baked fucking
uh-huh.
cake
I
Oh,
just
yes.
and
I just want to say
fucking
in that sentence, full ass was bolded and underlined.
and maximum font.
Oh,
Correct.
man. We visited Stellar Blade.
That
Oh,
bakery was named
man.
Stellar Blade, and they
God.
showed a whole a lot of story moments, a lot of environmental looks, character introductions, and a brief gameplay section at the end of the trailer.
Oh, my God.
Probably my highlight of the state of
Oh,
play.
God. Oh, God. It was everything.
Yeah.
All right. We'll save a lot of the opinions till the end, but keep going.
Hell's next.
Sonic.
Oh yeah,
Sonic.
Sonic
I'm already
X
ready for that. Shadow.
Shadow.
Can't wait for that.
Route
That looks
26.
good. That looks fantastic. Sonic X Shadow Generations. It looks like it's a remaster of the original Generations, but it looks like Shadow is actually replacing classic Sonic. It doesn't look like classic Sonic is going to be part of that, because the way it showed it, it looks like him kicking out classic Sonic, and it's just modern Sonic with modern Shadow now. Shadow has gotten a slight update to some of his looks. They're definitely trying to go with letting go of that whole what do you call it? That whole gun phase that he had with Shadow the Hedgehog. But I think they're bringing back one of the baddies from Shadow the Hedgehog, which was Black Doom, I think his name was, which was the main villain of the game. But it looks like there's no guns. He looks like he's fast as ever, just like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So looks real good. What was after Sonic X Shadows?
ZZZ.
Oh, okay, so yeah, ZZZ got shown off again. More gameplay. I am intrigued by this. I think this looks really good. No release date, in development. I don't know why it keeps saying in development, because I think it was in development for like 2 years now. We've gotten this trailer like twice already.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah,
same
we've
trailer, but
definitely
like
seen them before.
we've seen this game 2 times already, and both times it said it was in development. So I don't know how long they're taking to make this game. It is Hoyoverse, so I know they're doing Honkai Star Rail,
Still don't
and
really know what this game's gonna be because all they show is the combat and then that's it.
it
They
looks
don't
like a
show
hack and
anything
slash.
else.
It
Yeah,
looks
but
like
like,
hack and
is there gonna be
slash.
like a story? Is it just gonna be like an
I,
arcade style
I mean,
game?
if you're looking at if you look at Genshin Impact, if you look at Honkai Star Rail, if you look at like Tower of Fantasy, they all
Yeah,
have
but those
story
are
modes.
all like
That's what this game's going for. It's the same thing.
gotcha-esque.
Yeah, this game is going to be the same thing, man. I promise you.
I don't
This
know.
Hoyoverse is only known for gacha games. That's what else? What else do you think they're known for?
Yeah, but
Nothing.
why would Sony bring that onto their
They've
system?
been
Money.
bringing that. What do you mean? They've been bringing that all day long. That's exactly all they're bringing.
But also, why would they make another one
Well, it's
when
more
Star
it's more
Rail
money.
just launched on PS5?
The same reason why they brought Tower of Fantasy the exact same time, right? The same reason why Genshin Impact is on here. It's all money. All money. It's a lot of money those games break in.
I feel like it'll be something else. I don't know.
We'll see. I'm leaning heavily
yeah.
towards the gacha game, but anyway, what's next?
Foam Stars.
Foam Stars.
Launching
More
on PS Plus.
More gameplay because it's launching pretty soon. Next month. In about a day. Or a few days.
February 6th.
A week. Yeah.
About a day, a few days, a week.
I can't wait to play that. Adam and I will probably pick that up every once in a while and play the shit out of that.
Game looks like ass. All right.
Hey, listen. I played the beta. Adam played the beta. It wasn't ass. It was just something we play every once in a while.
It was fun enough.
Yeah. What's next?
David.
Dave the Diver
Oh, boy.
bubble.
with Godzilla DLC.
Yeah, an interesting DLC pack.
Yes.
Godzilla.
Interesting. The Godzilla crossovers.
Godzilla's coming in a bunch of things now. He went from Call of Duty over to
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Now he's going to Dave the Diver. He was in something else too, I feel like. That monster fighting game, he was in there. What the hell was that monster fighting game? The new one that just came out?
Oh, I don't know.
It was it was like an updated version of War of Monsters.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
keep going.
V Rising.
V Rising. Yes.
V Rising.
Yeah, we'll have some probably thoughts about this one because
Look
this
like
looked
Oh,
a Diablo style,
Got
just
thoughts
like
about this one.
Castlevania themed castle building.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
V
Well, I'm
Rising
interested about
already on PC for quite some time.
Oh.
Interesting, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
People
What's
seem to
next?
like it. Never really grabbed my attention.
Okay. What was after that?
The game you downloaded.
Oh, Silent Hill, the message, the short
Yeah,
one.
Is it
this
out?
was
Yeah.
a just something that came out of
They
nowhere.
Shadow dropped it.
Yeah, this was crazy. This came out of nowhere. We were all thinking Silent Hill 2, and then we're like, what the fuck is this? I looks like PT.
Yeah, a lot of people were like PT2, and then apparently I watched Mystic's video for the reaction and all that stuff, and he was saying that people were like, a lot of people already knew about this, and through like leaks and whatever.
Where did
and
anybody
rumors.
leak this at all? I've been on the Reddit quite a bit, and there was none of this leaked.
I don't know. Maybe it was
Not that
recent. I don't
particularly.
know how far back, but
What leaks are they fucking talking about?
I don't know. But Mystic's always right.
Yeah, true.
I don't know about that, but okay.
No, he
Nope.
is.
Nope. Always right.
Now, listen, we're not putting him on a pedestal of God, okay?
We're not
He's
saying he's a
always-
pedestal of God. It's just that he confirms things, and then he talks. That's why he doesn't really talk about rumors that often. But he talks about things that are like being leaked. So, but so far, track record, 100%.
Maybe he's the snitch.
He is definitely not. The snitch
Okay.
is a Spanish man.
Sure, as the internet wants us to believe.
Yeah, we're not getting into that.
Next we have Silent Hill 2. They showed a bunch of the combat.
Oh,
Some people were talking about, hey, why is this so combat heavy? But
I mean,
What?
it's supposed to
apparently-
be that way. It's not. It was never really combat heavy in the original, but like, give us more options to fight at least. I don't have to run all the fucking time.
yeah, people were saying like, oh, the combat in the old one was horrible, and
Yeah, they're improving it. That's the whole point of the fucking remake.
yeah.
You
So
idiot.
I think it's a
Whoa,
good
whoa,
one
whoa.
for the game. Yes.
Internet needs to get fucking destroyed and remade. Dumbasses.
You guys get remade. How about that?
I already will be. Don't worry about it. When Stellar Blade comes out, I'll be remade. Don't worry about it.
It also showcased some really, really fucking nice piano soundtrack in the background. Real good stuff. The
Silent Hill 2 looks like a
music was
banger.
killing it. This State of Play music was
Looks
killing
like a
it.
Yeah, it's
banger.
true. It was.
Stellar Blade,
next?
Silent Hill 2, and the other one that was showed last. Next,
Judas.
Judas.
Oh yeah, them.
Judas. It's.
Do you have a list up? Because I'm going by memory.
Well, I have a list of them, but they're not in order. Is the thing.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, the blog has them, but it's just they just
Hold on.
spilled out all the trailers in a random order. So, but yeah, Judas looks real good, real Bioshocky. I think that's what everybody was looking for. Oh, is this the list?
Bioshocky.
In
They stole my
order?
term. It's Bioshocky.
Oh, thank you. Okay, and Yeah, another one where there was no release date. They just said in development still, so I guess probably not till later, very late this year or 2025.
Yeah,
possibly.
rumor is sometime before March of 2025.
2025 is
that
looking
too.
like the year that's going to be whatever the next year of Dreams is, because since Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out that year too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Comes out that year.
You.
All right.
Next is Metro Awakening, the VR Metro game that was rumored around these past few days. Good, interesting. I'm surprised that they're going back to this franchise. It's been a while since they did Exodus. Wasn't sure if they're going to revisit it, but here we
Metro
are.
Exodus was what, 2018, 19?
I think 18.
Oh.
It's been a while.
That's a long time.
And it wasn't
That's
like
a
that
long
franchise ever like had a huge,
That's a
fan base. It had a
long
pretty
man.
dedicated one, but still a rather niche franchise, I'd say.
A long man.
Yeah, it piqued my interest, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy VR just for this one game.
No.
So,
Kevin, do you have any opinions on this? You had some thoughts on the rumor
Looks
yesterday.
It's VR, looks jank, always looks jank. Hate VR. There you go.
a lot of them tend to look that way, right?
Until you play them.
Yeah. Seems like when you actually get a hold of it, it might
Not
be
as
better
jank.
than
Yeah.
what they show.
It's hard to show off VR.
Yeah.
I don't know. There needs to be VR that plays smooth.
Mm.
Well, isn't that
Most
the whole
VR
issue that they
games
can't? It's hard
Play
to
all
show that.
teleporty and broken, and then like the only ones that actually play any kind of like I don't know, smoothly is the best way to put it is rhythm games like Pistol Whip. Pistol was real good. Really like Pistol Whip.
So
Super
next
Hot's
they
probably.
have-
I actually no. Super Hot I have played. Super Hot's really good too. But
Super Hot
that's
is
a very
really
different
good.
style of game.
Yeah.
Very good game in VR. Also, a very different game in VR. It is like not even the same as normal Super Hot.
Yeah, it's weird.
I expected to be going through like the same kind of levels, and I'm
No.
like, oh, this is no.
Better as a VR game.
Honestly, yeah. It was the only VR game where I've actually caused the real world hurt.
Yeah.
I punched a window.
Oh.
Oh!
Let me tell you what.
Rest in peace,
That window
that
deserved it.
I almost fell over a table playing Pistol Whip
Okay,
once, though,
window
so you
hater.
know.
Damn,
Table.
Listen, certain VR games I can get into, alright?
Does Kevin hate VR? Or does VR hate Kevin? Find out.
Well, the next one's another VR game called The Legendary Tales. Or Legendary Tales, action role-playing
That
game.
looks interesting because it's so many different mechanics it looks like it has in the game.
That
But
one was something, maybe.
It looked bad.
I thought of
That one
Avowed.
looks bad.
Yeah, Desinoto made a very funny joke. He's like, "Whoa, is this Avowed?"
Nice.
It was very funny. Kevin, you would have
Looks
liked
better
it.
than that, honestly.
Wow! Wow!
I also was like, this is Avowed again? But now they're actually claiming it's a VR game? That's Xbox. And I'm like, no, this is too good for Avowed. Never mind, this is something else.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah,
The
another
Avowed
thing
hate is
where,
strong.
like,
Dude, the game looks so jank. The animations for attacking an Avowed are terrible.
yeah, another game where like it's hard to show the VR, but it's a VR game, so I guess.
Yeah, I was saying even during the show, like, it doesn't look great, but the combat looks alright. But when you're playing the game, I'm sure it looks fine. Just in showing it off in a stream, it did not look of quality. But I'm sure if I had that, I'd be having a fucking blast. Just cutting people up, punching skulls, ripping them off, bowling with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
oh fucking.
Oh,
Alright.
The interesting thing about the Metro game is it doesn't look like A4 or whatever they are is making it.
No, it's a different studio, I think.
Collaboration with Deep
Silver.
Silver.
Deep Silver's making
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Deep
Vertigo
Silver
Games.
and Vertigo, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Vertigo
think-
As
Games and Deep
opposed to,
Silver.
what is it, A24? No. Is that the studio?
That's the
God,
movie
I can't
studio.
It's the movie
Yeah.
people.
Who the hell are the Metro people? I'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure Deep Silver has a hand in it.
They do. They're the publisher, though.
Oh, okay. So somebody else is actually making
Yeah, I
it.
can't think of their name. Once somebody says it. Deep Radical? No.
No, it's not Free Radical.
No, it's not Free Radical. It's, I don't know. Figure it out.
Free the people.
I'm looking. I'm just
Look
doing-
Screw the
faster.
people. Fuck
I'm
the
just
people.
doing this slow.
Ask the people.
What?
I have Exodus.
Fire the people.
4A. I had it backwards. 4A.
4A, that's what it is.
4A the people.
Kevin, you had it backwards and you added another number. You had a couple things. All right.
Yeah, I don't
We had
know.
that.
I don't know.
Next one. Next is Rise of
Nope.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dragon's Dogma 2, oh boy.
Another little action trailer is what they titled it. Another look at the game, more gameplay, more environmental.
Jumping on skulls and killing people.
We've seen more. They gave us less. It was real confusing.
Oh, it was introduced by director Fumihiko Yasuda, who made Neo. That's
Oh.
interesting. I didn't know that.
I said it looked like
Capcom had
more
a hand in
spoken.
Neo?
Huh?
Capcom had a hand in Neo?
No. Neo was made by Team Ninja, but it was co-directed by this guy, who's also, I guess, directing or co-directing Dragon's Dogma 2.
Did he leave? He left Team Ninja and went to Capcom?
I'd assume, based on the information Desonoda just told us.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
for the
no,
answer. I appreciate
it
it.
only says introduced by, so I don't know if he actually worked on it.
Well, if he's introducing it, he's got to have worked on it, right? Why would he? They wouldn't just bring another
Yeah,
guy
I
from a
know.
different
I don't know.
studio.
Because the director of Dragon's Dogma 2 is Hideaki Itsuno, the same guy who was I was talking about
What the
while we were watching. So yeah, I don't think he's actually. I think he just introduced it for whatever reason.
That can't be.
But it did get a release date, March 22nd, 2024.
Hey, nice.
I think we might have already known that, but they showed
Yep,
it again.
already knew it.
Yeah.
Next game up.
Until Dawn, rebuilt and
Nope.
rebuilt and enhanced for PS5 and PC.
Rebuild and enhance. Rebuild and enhance that
You
shot.
skipped Rise of the Ronin again.
Oh, I ran past that.
You
Rise
went
of the
to it
Ronin.
first, and then you were like, "Oops, skip this," and then you just skipped it.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin looks really good.
Good.
Um,
Looks good.
They showed a lot more of what the game's
I want
actually trying to convey versus
Also-
just those little.
Also,
cinematics.
Rise of the Ronin is that Fuhiki Yasuda of Neo fame.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that would be the
I'm
error
reading
going on
things.
there.
Oh my god.
My
I based
bad.
that article I sent him is a little confusing how it's set up. I will say
Oh, okay.
It's all like jumbled together.
it is.
Kind of, but,
Oh God.
yeah, okay. So actually, let me see. I'm gonna check something.
Are you gonna make it? What's going on?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
get-
So he
I'm
is
getting my pants
directing
off.
Rise of the Ronin. That,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Take your
Introduced by and
pants off. He's
directed
getting
by
ready.
him, who co-directed
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm getting ready.
yeah, this looks like a combination of a lot of games.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Neo, Assassin's Creed 2, Neo elements. We got Ghost
Sekiro.
elements. We got Sekiro elements. It's a
No, it
nice
looks good.
big fusion. Yeah, looks good.
Oh,
A lot of blood.
One problem.
Yeah.
Koei Tecmo.
now,
Did we
okay,
get
okay.
a release
So they,
for that, or
they,
Yes, March. It's the same day, March 22nd.
okay?
Koei Tecmo it does does things. Okay, they do things. But
Okay, here we go.
what's Team Ninja doing this? We should be fine. We should be okay. We should be all right.
Yeah, it seems
Koei
like they put a
Tecmo,
lot
they
of
do
effort
things.
into the game, so should be good. Next we have Until Dawn, rebuilt and enhanced for PS5 and PC. That's all you gotta say about
Coming
that,
to
I think.
PC. Another fucking PlayStation game going to PC.
I thought the environments looked a lot better. I thought the models didn't look as good.
Yeah, models looked okay.
Yeah, I
Everything
honestly
else looked
thought they
better,
would look
though.
more like the actors. They look less like the actor that. I mean, we saw Hayden Panettiere and it looked nothing like her.
Yep.
Like,
Because
did
it's
they
probably all
lose?
done in post.
Did they lose like a contract with Hayden Panettiere's face, but they keep her voice or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like look wise, is that something that happened?
I don't know.
Could be, or they like decided to just touch it up a lot.
Yeah, and it doesn't look
I
like
don't
her
know.
that much based on what that one shot we saw. So I mean, it could be, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird, very strange.
we'll see when that comes out.
Because the other game looked exactly like her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this one did not have a release date. 2024, so this
Yeah.
year, but no date. And then the final thing they had to show was Death Stranding 2 by Kojima Productions, coming in 2025. And man, what a fucking trailer that was.
That was oh my god, that was a journey of a I need to watch it 6 times over to understand all the stuff that happened in that. Oh my god.
Yeah, just under 10 minutes, and
Yo,
I've never
I haven't
played the game, but I
Oh.
was feeling some chills from the music.
You don't
From
understand.
like the composition of that trailer.
Oh
It
my
was
god, so many
something
things
else.
happen. So many things happen.
Almost like just watching a movie.
We need to, God, I don't know, people, no matter how much I recommend it, people won't play that game, but it's such a good story. Oh my goodness. Reconnecting America. Amazing thing. Alright, well that's the
Nope.
end, the last, what?
There's one more announcement.
Oh, Final
from
Fantasy
Kojima.
VII Rebirth
no.
for
Well,
next week.
It was Kojima's next project that he's working on that should be unveiled in the next 2 years
Yep.
to mark his 40th anniversary of his career.
It's going to be unveiled after Death Stranding 2 comes out.
Probably. Working title is Physint. PHYSINT. So that might change later, but that's all we really know. It's going to be like fully extra backed by Sony Productions and music and movies, and it's going to be a game
It's going
and
to
a
be a
movie and
PlayStation
music
first party
and
game. Or second
gonna
party
be-
game, I mean.
it's going to
It's
be
all I think they consider them all first party now, which is weird. They're weird now.
It's going to be crazy. But yeah, and then their final announcement was the next Tuesday, February 6th, will be a state of play for Final Fantasy VII Part 2 Rebirth. That was it.
And other things, I believe.
That literally just says Final Fantasy VII
That's
Rebirth.
all they specified, but
They
there
Oh,
could
I
be
thought
other
they
don't
said
know.
there was gonna be other announcements, but I could be wrong.
Well, they said something you're not gonna want to miss, but it seemed like
yep.
it was more about Final Fantasy VII. I assume there will be one or two other games in there, but
Yeah, probably some small
Whenever they
stuff.
have like a
Yeah.
game-centric state of play, there's a couple of other announcements.
there's like
sprinkled in there.
there's like one or two announcements, and then boom, 18 minutes of that game.
Right.
So we'll see. Also, this time it's at 6:30 p.m. So
Yeah.
I'll be able to watch it on time.
Eastern Time,
February 7th?
6th.
next Tuesday.
6th. Okay, next Tuesday. Okay.
That's the end.
All right. That's the end of State of Play. So, gentlemen, what are our thoughts, what are our opinions about this first State of Play? What are we thinking?
4.
4. 4 what?
Out of 10.
Ah, okay. All right, so you think 4 out of 10. Cool.
It didn't
What was
have
your
anything
highs?
for me other than Judas, and I like
Uh-huh.
looking at Stellar Blade. But Judas looked cool. There's no date. Sony first party just did not show up at all. Didn't expect them to, and I still was disappointed. So.
Got it. Okay, fair enough. Gavin, what are you thinking?
Gut reaction, 7. After thinking, 6. It's probably going to keep going down because, again, all games we knew about, all shit we don't care about. Not like we don't care about it, but like, okay, Dragon's Dogma 2. Capcom has shown off about an hour of footage already. 2 minutes extra, not a big deal. Rise of the Ronin still looks a little jank, still looks questionable combat.
Less jank, I will say.
Nah.
No, there was an improvement. The frame rate the last time it was shown off was terrible.
Sure. But the combat looks very questionable. Not a whole lot of like what does one versus many look like, and I'm pretty sure they're making it so that they're not showing that off for a reason, because this appears to be very much a one-on-one centric game with a completely locked camera, all abilities completely locked into attacking one target, which is highly confusing coming from Koei Tecmo and whoever else is working on this, because they're known for Dynasty Warriors and shit like that, so I don't understand it at all. And maybe I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. But
well, that's because Dynasty Warriors is Omega Force. This is Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. Whenever they've collaborated together, they've always made these like straight up just 1v1 fighters. They don't do multiples with them and board. If they're co-creating a game with Omega Force, then it's just hordes, just all hordes. Yeah. There's nothing more to that.
I don't know.
Well, Ninja Gaiden had a good balance of like fighting multiple enemies but focusing on one at a time.
Can you take your microphone out of a cup?
Ninja Gaiden, though, the thing with Ninja Gaiden is that when they go to make that, right, and I think Ninja Theory makes that, which I believe is they were all originally Team Ninja, and they split off into Ninja Theory and Team Ninja, I think, when Xbox ended up buying one of them. They specialize in the whole like tactical combat that you really go through with like the Ninja Gaiden. Like it's all, that's not a hack and slash per se. That's a very methodical, like you have to know what buttons you're pressing to initiate certain combos to be able to take down your HP heavy enemies and kill each person. Rise of Ronin looks like the enemies have HP, like they have a health bar on their head. They're not everybody looks like one hit kills. But at least with the backing of Team Ninja, Koei Tecmo is a little less frightening to see than usual.
Hold on a second. Team Ninja and Ninja Theory were once the same?
I believe so, because back in the day, Ninja Gaiden used to be under Team Ninja, and now they're Ninja Theory.
Who's Ninja Theory? What do they make?
Ninja Theory now only makes Ninja Gaiden, I believe.
Okay, who's the people who make Hellblade?
Team Ninja, I think.
Aren't they owned by Xbox then?
I thought that was Ninja Theory, and they're like a Danish studio.
So I have it reversed then? Maybe
I don't know if they were ever related.
I remember them specifically being related with the.
Okay, Ninja Theory makes Hellblade.
So Ninja Theory is the one that got bought out by Xbox.
I believe
they
make Ninja Gaiden and Hellblade.
I don't think Ninja Theory ever made. Ninja, wait, what? I'm so confused by this.
Yeah, Ninja Theory didn't make Ninja Gaiden.
I thought it was Ninja Theory, wasn't it?
Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Heavenly Sword.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You're like, they're the same studio. I'm like, one's from the east and one is from like the north.
Because I used to see Ninja Gaiden when I used to play Ninja Gaiden back in the day. I used to see Team Ninja, and I was under the assumption that Ninja Theory was making Ninja Gaiden.
I think you just confused the word ninja.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you for correcting me, Adam.
But anyway,
I was confused.
then you had David Diver. That was a cool announcement. That's finally coming to PlayStation. That was really about it. Like, I mean, it was a cool show. Everything ran together nice and smooth,
Yeah, I
which
agree.
is why we get it like an R8 rating. But like again, why? Why are you advertising games? What is coming down the pipeline? You led the show specifically stating, here's a look at things that are coming over the next 2 years. There's one game in 2025, if I remember correctly.
They didn't
Everything
say the next
else
2
is
years.
like real short.
They didn't say the next 2 years, Kevin.
Okay.
They said this year and beyond. That's all they said.
Either way,
So-
okay, fine. Then even further than 2 years. So I gave them more credit than I should have because they've released nothing that's really coming out anywhere past the first few months of 2024.
You're not wrong there.
Like,
Well,
I don't know what the hell they're
probably-
waiting for.
They're probably
Release shit. We already know about freaking Silent Hill 2, and you didn't. I mean, you showed off some kind of neat stuff, but that's about it. The other Silent Hill thing, short message, cool. All right, new thing. David Diver, cool, new thing. V Rising has been on PC in early access for over 2 years. You had what else? Rise of the Ronin. Have we seen enough of this game yet? I don't know. You have Judas, I guess, was nice.
Yeah, Judas was great.
Again, Dragon's Dogma 2, Capcom has come out and done like 20-minute segments on like classes already. So I don't know. It's weird choices. And then you have this thing where you're like, hey man, stay tuned for part 2 where we're going to show off Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, something we really haven't shown off a whole lot of yet, and we're going to do a deep dive. I'm like, why isn't that here? And you axe a whole bunch of this shit we don't need.
So,
You know what? I'm talking myself into a 5 now.
Damn.
so
It's going down.
here's my problem with the way that you're describing this at this point, right? When I look at the last state of play that they had with all those games that I was like, why is this all here? All those games were essentially games that had no dates, 0 dates. There was no dates in the last one. They were all just teasers. They were all just, trailers and teasers of like, oh, this is the multiplayer or the live service games we're working on at this point. This state of play has a lot of the single player titles that people are essentially looking for, and it's not like they're not showing anything for the rest of this year. You have March, have both Rise of Ronin and Dragon's Dogma, both one's third party, one's second party, right? Stellar Blades April, that's first party or second party. I don't know how they describe that. And then Death Stranding 2 now coming in 2025. That's their actually only other 2025 game coming. Everything else is coming down the pipeline, meaning Silent Hill 2 will be here sometime soon. That's a second party. Judas is third party. What's the other one that they showed off? Oh God, I'm missing one. What's the other one they showed off? Help.
Foam Stars coming out literally in a week. There's Helldivers coming out in a week and change.
Helldivers is coming out in 20. This is the next week or so. The strategy that they seem to be taking is I'm assuming they have people who read what people are saying, and they scour the forums and whatever to kind of understand like what's going on. If they don't, I guess this is just them pulling out of a hat at this point, which I highly doubt. That's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have to see reactions coming from people when they see certain state of plays versus other ones, right? The last state of play that they had was a very negative reaction for a lot of people because there was nothing there. Like everything was no date, everything was teaser trailer, and nothing was there. And a lot of complaints that people had for Sony was, you're showing us things that are just the teaser trailers. And that used to be their past, like 2016, 2015, 2014. Those are all just like, they wouldn't be here for the next 5 or 6 years. This is at least giving us a healthy mix of, okay, here's a couple of games for the first couple of months of 2024. You have a game that'll be out in 2025, and then you got a couple other games that we don't know where they fit in either 2024 or 2025 yet, but they'll be here in one of those 2 years. They're advertising heavy on games that come out sooner because I think they that's how they build their I don't want to say like funnel, but like that's how they just build their attention and keep focusing your attention on those specific things. I mean, look how many times we got Deathloop given to us before it came out, and it scored a 10, and people bought the shit out of that. I think that sold pretty well commercially. Was it not a success commercially?
No idea.
Okay.
Don't really care.
Yeah, I didn't care enough.
Okay, that's fine. But I think, I don't know I don't know what the happy medium is besides showing off all the first party games that they have and saying they're not going to be out for the next 6 years.
I think the happy medium is showing off one or two things, or even announcing one or two things.
Even if it won't be out for the next 6 years.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be 6 years, they fucked up somewhere. They fucked up real bad, and they need to clarify that, but they won't ever do that in the public eye. So we're allowed to be upset at these stupid state of plays. This is literally my same rating for the last state of play. Except the last one had Spider-Man, so I think I rated it higher. Because all the games they showed off here were not for me. They were mostly for Genesis is your you said Year of Dreams kind of a showcase. Yep. I knew it would be.
This is my.
Yeah,
this is everything I missed from the last showcase. I didn't
exactly.
None of the games in the last showcase were like look. I was excited for a lot of the announcements that came out of the showcase, but there was nothing like I was like, okay, I get it now. These are games that I'm getting now.
This felt like an update. Could have been a blog post or an email for most of these games. Stellar Blade showed off, and it was nice. Like Kevin said, I do think it was a well-paced show. I don't think anything overstayed its welcome, except Death Stranding 2 was kind of long, but also it was weird enough that I was interested to see what the fuck was happening. But it's just one of those ones where it's like, I bought PlayStation for Sony PlayStation games, and right now you're giving me games that have the branding of Sony PlayStation, but they're not made by the people I bought your fucking console for. Like, hey, these all look great, and I'm glad they appeal to someone, but they're not for me. I bought it for Naughty Dog. I bought it for Sucker Punch. I bought it for literally every other PlayStation studio, and some of them haven't released a game in like 7 years. Like, what the hell is happening? If you have nothing going on, you royally fucked up. Either say something, or don't put out a state of play, or set expectations when you put out a blog post. Why was this written by Herman Hulst? Why was Herman Hulst even here? Is he in charge of all of these studios? No. He's in charge of the PlayStation Studios logo, apparently, and that's why he was here. Again, I somewhat enjoyed this showcase, or state of play, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but at the same time, it's like, come on. There's nothing here for most people. This is like a state of play that appealed to 4 million people that are just like you, Genesis. And that 4 million people, great. They're going to have a great time. The rest of us are like, this is garbage. That's why this did not trend, except Bloodborne trended for the 800th time. Because people are like, why are we getting an Until Dawn remake? It's because they're making a fucking movie. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Okay. That's another way you reckon. What do you?
You know what? I'm going up to a 5. I talked myself into a 5.
How the fuck did you go up?
I don't know. That's confusing.
Not really.
Because
again,
my grade.
It was great.
My grade just comes through as like, here's how I rate this show, and like, I don't know, why bother having an extended ad spot? Just don't. Why are you advertising? Stop advertising. Show things. Ugh, it's annoying.
So
everything's been like the same shit. So like the last one, I'm pretty sure I had the highest rating on it because at least it had like games we've never heard of before, even though over half of them were anime related, if I'm remembering correctly, or there was 2 state plays a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like if I remember right, I think I gave it a pretty decent score, but I was still like, I don't understand why we have like all anime games at this, but at least we got some new things coming on the screen here, as opposed to and I'm pretty sure Exo Primal was in that one, and that game like already came out at that point.
Yeah. I'm just happy Suicide Squad wasn't here.
That's fair. That's fair.
I
But,
think
like,
there's a reason why they're not talking about that right
I don't
They've
know.
been doing like 15-minute videos every Wednesday on the
Yep.
PlayStation channel. So like,
Yeah,
I don't-
State of
just
Play
be
wasn't
happy
the
they
place
didn't
to
do
talk
a
about that.
specific State of Play about it.
I just don't understand why we're advertising shit people know enough about. Throw some new things out there. Whatever it may be. What happened to Pragmata? I don't know. What's going
They
on
just showed
with...
that off at the last State of Play or the one before that or something, right?
Uh-huh.
Did they? I thought they
Uh-huh.
showed off a trailer outside of the
Yeah,
State of
no,
Play.
it was 5 seconds long of gameplay.
It was
Like,
Oh,
the
well.
last State of Play,
Yeah.
and the girl pulled up the sign. She's really sorry. It says 2024. Or it says whatever, delayed, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even think
soon
they
or
put a
whatever the fuck it
year.
was.
She's like, sorry, bye.
Sucker!
Shouldn't say that.
I don't know. We all want something different out of these shows, so it's fun.
Nobody's ever going to be,
everybody's
nobody's
fun to
ever
hear
going to be
everybody's
happy
perspective.
100% with these shows.
You don't have to be 100% happy, but there is a happy medium, and they've hit it before, and that's why it's so upsetting that they don't hit it now.
Wait, so when was the last time they hit the happy medium? I'm actually genuinely curious. I don't remember.
2020, 2021.
What was the happy medium then?
When they announced the PlayStation 5, and then they showed off all the games, like the new Spider-Man, and then there was the Wolverine was announced.
Yep.
Like that was great. That was a great showcase.
I mean, if you want to see Wolverine, just go on the internet and look.
No.
You can probably see a good build of the game right now.
No, you can't. It's all old shit.
Anyway, Desunoro.
What's your rating, Desunoro?
Ass cheeks out of no.
Oh, we're rating
Whoa, how
ass
many-
cheeks. Woo!
How many butt cheeks are you rating this?
Well,
Is 2 the max? I mean, like, what do you...
I mean, it's whatever you want.
Could go by
Infinite.
size.
I thought this was pretty solid. They did show a. Hold on. 1, 2. Maybe like 3 things that didn't really have to be here. And everything else they showed mostly needed more coverage.
Yeah,
Silent
Stellar
Hill
Blade,
2,
Silent Hill, Death
Stellar
Stranding 2,
Blade.
all needed more coverage.
Death Stranding 2.
Mm-hmm.
The
Silent
voiceover
Hill.
for Stellar Blade kind of sucked.
Why? I thought it was great. What the hell? What do you
No,
mean?
the voice just like what they showed was fine, but like the voiceover was like, and then you can do this. I don't know. It just needed more.
Oh,
oomph.
you mean the
you mean the
narrator
narrator.
person?
Yeah, the
Oh.
voiceover.
You say voiceover. I thought you meant like the actual voice actors. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I meant the voiceover for the trailer.
The narrator.
Yes, who's doing a voiceover?
The narrator.
Voice actors aren't doing.
Don't confuse. Don't confuse. Abort.
I-
Abort.
I'm using the proper term, and I am not
You're
backing
correct.
down.
Alright, don't back down then. You stand up. Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
I stand for the pledge.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh my God.
I'm sure you do. Sure you
Bringing
do.
that back now. Oh boy.
I also sit for the pledge. Figure that out, Jesus.
What? Why is it? Hello?
And I kneel for the cross as I do a double barrel backflip. Think about that.
I know for a fact you physically cannot do that. So,
You don't think I can do a double barrel backflip? Do you even know what that is?
do you know what that is?
No, not at all. Damn, he called me out. I didn't expect it. I immediately caved. Yeah, I talked myself up. I'm going to a 6.
What?
Why?
Yeah, now
You
it's
went
the
up.
highest score. I talked myself down. Alright, anyway, that's in order to continue. I'm sorry.
How many ass cheeks?
You know, I'll give this an 8. I'm
Oh,
giving
shit.
points to the games that showed up and showed what they needed to show.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
those would include Death Stranding 2, Judas, Metro Awakening VR, Rise of the
okay.
Ronin, Silent Hill: A Short Message, Silent Hill 2,
Rises of
Sonic
Ronin.
Generations, Sonic X Shadow Generations, and Stellar Blade.
Cool.
Those 8 games definitely.
If it was a
need to
20-minute
be
show that
completed.
just had those 8, I'd be like, yeah, that was a good show.
Well, I
I
guess
can
we
see his
wanted
point.
to just.
If they were like, hey, welcome to
we got
this
more
second
names
and third,
here.
this is from our partners, I'd be like, yeah, great.
I can see Adam's
Yeah.
point. I don't necessarily disagree with Adam. If it was a
Zenless
20-minute
Zone
show and they show those
Zero,
8,
Once Herman showed
ZZZ.
up, my expectations went higher. And then when Herman left, my expectations dropped. I also have a question for the gaming community. Why do game companies keep giving Hideo Kojima so much money and power when his games, I feel like, sell less than almost every other franchise? His games sell well, but they don't sell well enough to grant how much power and influence he has.
you have to remember he made the Metal Gear Solid series what it was.
Again, I understand that,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, he closed out the show by having a trailer that was a quarter of the show, and then they filmed in a warehouse and then put his game's name on a wall that he's not even making that game until after Death Stranding 2, but there's really no way he can make it until after the Xbox game.
He's probably making it at the same
So
time.
they refuse to announce first-party games that are 6 years out, but they're going to announce a Kojima game that's got to be at least 6, 7, 8 years out. Like what?
So
What?
Death
Hey,
Stranding
man, it's
2,
Kojima.
Death Stranding 2 has sold. I'm sorry, Death Stranding 1 has sold 10 million copies across PS4, PS5, and PC. Okay. It's also granted enough sales to be re-released on the Apple iPhone and Android Play Store, with a specific backed controller from Backbone for your iPhone to be played for that game. When the
Again,
Metal Gear
great
Solid
numbers. Great
remake,
numbers.
whatever Delta is, it's not even him, and people are just like, "Oh, Kojima, this Kojima." Like, he's, I don't know. They
Again,
revere him.
I know. No shot to Kojima and his fans, but I don't understand why there is a backbone for Death Stranding.
There was a
What?
dual set. There was a DualShock 4 for Death Stranding. There was a Backbone. There was a.
First Horizon sold 20 million is on PC. Is there a backbone for that?
Mm-mm.
But it's just like what? Is it
I think
because
it's
he's
just
been
his
in the game
history.
industry for almost 30 years?
I think a lot of
He,
it's probably his pedigree.
a lot of
him.
it's also he makes stories that nobody else makes.
That doesn't mean it's good.
I mean, that doesn't mean it's
There
bad.
we go.
He makes stories that are unique enough that nobody else has ever made it. None of you all have played Death Stranding, so you all can't say that the story's bad. You can read it, sure. None of you have played it, though.
Nobody is. I'm not arguing that the story's bad. I'm not arguing that the story's out of this world. I'm just saying let the reviews speak for themselves.
He makes unique enough titles. That's why they keep giving him money. There's your simple answer. He makes unique enough games and stories that nobody else can make. That's why they give him the money.
Okay, innovation is what we're going with.
It's the same as Apple. It's the same as Apple. They make experiences that nobody else can make. That's why people keep giving them money.
So you're comparing Kojima to Apple, and you love Kojima and hate Apple?
Yep.
I'm confused.
I mean, I can see that.
I understand that too. I'm confused by that, but
there's a different
man.
reason for each. One promotes shit things, and the other one promotes really good things.
Oh,
so
interesting. Yeah. So you don't like really good things that Apple promotes? I'm just kidding. Take that back.
Roll it back now. Roll it back.
I've said once before that Kojima and Zack Snyder are literally two people doing the same thing in different fields, and that rings truer every day more and more.
Your question, right, was why did they keep paying him so much money? Remember, Apple paid him a hefty paycheck to appear in their Apple keynote for Death Stranding.
I know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Do you want to know what? Can you even guess what his check was that they probably paid him?
I don't even care. Honestly, Kojima, get that money. Get that paper. You do you, man.
That dude probably has enough money to feed the next 10 generations of Kojimas.
I just find it so fascinating.
It's innovation.
And I'll never understand it. Yeah, I know, but
and they have a lot of respect for him as a person.
I know.
Developer,
Like Jeff Keighley sucks his dick every time we have a
like-
show with Jeff Keighley. I'm aware. Yeah, like it's wild. It's
I guess,
absolutely wild.
Because the creator of Mario, is what's his name? Oh God.
Iwata?
Yeah. He's revered among a lot of people, and if he was to go around doing the same thing Kojima's doing,
Mario is on a completely different plane of existence than anything Kojima has ever made.
Well, I mean, Solid Snake.
Mario transcends that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'll fucking kick that stupid plumber in his fucking mouth.
Okay, hey, take your personal opinion out of it. I'm just saying.
So no, I'm not comparing Mario and Solid Snake. I'm comparing Iwata and Kojima, right? If Iwata went around and did the same thing Kojima did, let's say he left Nintendo, made his own company, and did what he wanted to do, I think people would be paying him millions and trillions of dollars.
Yeah, but he's also made 60 Mario games.
So he's just made Mario.
That are innovative and different that people would say.
Okay. All right. So it's innovation and difference. Exactly.
Hideo Kojima is a wannabe film director working in games.
He's made literally Solid Snake.
He also has a very funny Twitter, I will say that.
He does have funny Twitter.
Very funny.
So the two of those, like, I'm just taking another example there. It doesn't matter if he made 60 Mario games or 2 Mario games. He's known for Mario. He could be making other things, and I think the same question could arise, like, why give this man billions of dollars? He made Mario. That's all he did.
Yeah, but he's made billions, if not trillions, at this point.
Same with Kojima now at this point. He's probably made trillions at this point.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I would highly disagree with what you're disagreeing with, because that is... If Apple paid him, he's well within the billions.
Again, very wealthy. I just don't... Nintendo exists because of Mario.
Okay. Did you give your rating?
8?
Okay. You already know my rating. 10 out of 10. Stellar Blade. Death Stranding 2. That's all I needed. That's all I want. Death Stranding's trailer was a goddamn symphony of I don't know what. I need to rewatch it and see what exactly happened, because there was characters who I thought were alive and apparently they're dead now, and then there were characters I thought were dead now apparently alive, and I'm like, oh god, what the fuck's happening? Stellar Blade looks gorgeous. It's Devil May Cry and Bayonetta combined. I don't even know how you could do that, and it looks just absolutely stunning. I can't wait to get Stellar Blade in April. It's going to be an insane game. I'm hoping a very high rating for that game because it looks polished. It looks like it was given a lot of attention. It looks like they took their time. They didn't rush it. And voice acting, oh man, wherever they found these voice actors for that game, oh my god, really good. Didn't think they were going to give her a British accent. Game? Yes.
Interesting. All right.
What is
you
your
didn't like the voice
Stellar
acting
Blade?
for Stellar Blade?
Voice acting's okay. I agree with the voice acting. But really, this gameplay looks polished?
Yeah, that literally looks like DMC.
That booty was shining. It was polished.
Where does it not look
all we're
polished?
looking at.
Well, that's all I'm looking at. I will
Your
admit
parry
that.
system is fantastic. Your overall monsters look super detailed for what they are. Finishers, combo finishers, and overall guns? This is DMC. It's DMC with Bayonetta.
Okay.
Where does it not look polished? I'd like to know. Because when we first saw this, definitely it needed a lot of work. Like, it was very slow combos. It didn't show any finishers, and her guns.
Perfect.
Oh god. It showed her guns when she switched to any firearms. It looked like it took a second to switch to a firearm. Now this was an instantaneous switch. She went into from sword fighting and went right over to the gun and started shooting the thing, and then went to a plasma fucking cannon shot. Yeah, gameplay looks good. Hits look heavy. They don't look like they're floaty. The overall like fights between them, I want to see some of the boss fights. That one with the red and white looking like
Yeah.
android lady, that was a whole thing. I want to see that. And it looks like you'll be able to fight other humans as well. So those fights are going to be interesting. I want to see what kind of cinematics they throw in there. I'm curious. Why do you think it doesn't look polished?
Cause man, this doesn't. I don't know.
Is it something you
say
can't
Devil May
explain?
Cry?
It's just something you see?
You
or-
say Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
I say Nier Automata.
there's a lot of
Hands
Nier
down.
Automata in here. There's a lot
It
of
is
Nier
the
Automata.
exact same game reskinned.
There's a lot of that.
Good
can see
reskin,
that.
though. Good reskin.
I can understand,
Like
and I
this
can
game looks pretty as shit.
I can
Not gonna lie.
understand the
I don't know
comparison
how
to Nier
the hell
Automata.
they're
But
making
Nier-
all the graphics they're making right now.
From cheek to
and
cheek.
having it
Nier
run this
Automata
well.
is good. Is a good combat system though. That's not a bad combat system. Nier's never been known for a shit-ass combat
It's
system.
not that. I don't know, man.
Like I
I'm
played Nier
spoiled by
Automata.
Armored Core. Apparently, Armored Core's combat is fucking amazing.
I mean, you're
Um,
talking about mechs versus like smaller.
They made Armored Core fast, and it feels great.
That's
this
good.
This is my eyes are going to bleed and fall out of my head. There's a lot of multi-scripted
Mine too.
hits, which
I
I
won't
never
blink.
like in games. It's the reason why Final Fantasy is dead to me, because it's like, I want to attack this thing. Okay, cool. You're gonna execute this thing that does damage numbers like 20 times in the same animation. And
Is it
takes
too
way
flashy for you?
Too long. Maybe it is just too flashy. Maybe that's my problem.
So FF16 is definitely way too flashy for you. I would assume.
I've hated Final Fantasy ever since 13. 12 was interesting. I would like to play 12.
I hated 12. I absolutely despised 12.
There it is.
I lost
There
it.
it is.
I
We
lost
found
it.
the divide. We found the divide.
I
Perhaps
played- I
two
played
cheeks can
12.
come together.
So I played 12 back on the PS3. I bought the PS2 Collector's Edition and I played it because I absolutely loved. What did I play? I played. I was going from Kingdom Hearts and I went to Final Fantasy 12. Why the fuck did I do that? Okay,
I don't know,
never mind.
but for some reason, every time you keep going, I play it, I keep wanting to say with your wiener.
Thanks. So I went from Kingdom Hearts over to Final Fantasy 12 because it looked interesting. It looked really cool. I played it and I couldn't get past about 6 hours of the story. I played 6 hours in. I got a couple of party members.
Okay. No, you
It
know
just
what? You know
wasn't.
what? I'll take back that this doesn't look polished. I know my problem now watching this trailer again. The camera. I hate the camera in these trailers. It zooms in, it zooms out, it stops,
Yeah,
it
it
slows
needs to go
down,
further
it zooms
down
in, it zooms
and
out.
zoom in all the
No,
way.
it needs to stop.
Straight
Show me
into the
straight up
butthole.
gameplay. Show me straight up gameplay
So-
that's not, I'm going to make this super freaking stylized looking and we're going to like
Yeah.
freeze frame slightly on this like this. I don't even know if it's a finisher or what the fuck is going on.
A lot of those finishers.
Is that your problem with
so-
the God of War camera, too?
What do you mean?
How
I don't
it
know if I
goes
had a
in and
problem
out?
with Did I have a problem? God of War camera?
You didn't finish God of War, so I'd assume you had a problem with the camera. Oh, you didn't like the tutorial area. Never mind.
Yeah, the tutorial I hated, but I made it a lot farther than that. I just stopped playing it. I don't remember why, honestly.
Because you're Kevin.
I'm sure it was another game that came out.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
camera stuff with
It's a
like
really good game.
the stylized
Mhm.
things like that. A lot of the hack and slash, like for FF16s, when the trailers for FF16 used to come out, it was the same thing. It would show you a lot of stylized trailer or shots with the gameplay and all that.
Mhm.
Even when the game
How they
actually
make
comes out,
trailers.
it doesn't look like that when the game comes out because it's like, oh, this is okay normal. The camera sits in one spot while you're doing what you're doing. Same thing with
maybe
DMC.
that-
No,
DMC's trailer, when you see any of DMC's trailers, all of their
I actually
trailers are
haven't
very
watched any of the
stylized.
trailers.
I will
Very
say,
stylized.
well, I've watched you play like Final Fantasy and stuff. Sometimes when you do a combo, the camera moves and zooms in, and like it shows off a lot of like animations.
Those are just the finishers, yeah. And most of the hack and slash games will just show like when you're doing specific combo finishers, they'll maybe zoom in or change the angle you're looking at. Same thing with DMC when you're doing the ultimates in that game, especially with Virgil and Nero. Probably
Is
Dante
that my
too, actually.
I
problem?
think
Yeah,
that's your
I'm
problem,
thinking,
Kevin.
I'm thinking about like finishers in games, and I don't think I play many games where that like emphasizes the finishing move. I think it
Yep.
just happens.
Yeah.
They all these games that I'm talking
Man,
about.
maybe that is my problem.
Even
Yeah.
Nier, like when you
You know
play
what?
Nier
Look, we
Automata,
found it. Yeah.
that's exactly the same thing in Nier Automata. When you do finishers, the finishers always focus onto the character and show different angles of what you're doing.
We
'Cause
just figured out Kevin's problem. We just figured out Kevin's problem. We just figured out
Thank
Kevin's
you.
problem. Surprised it wasn't drugs.
Ooh.
Ooh. He forgets that's his problem, not yours.
No, not this again. Just because I like the snow, but only during the summer. Where's my credit card?
I think if the games gave you an option to turn that off, maybe I wonder if you'd enjoy them more.
Because even like, well, and I haven't played any of these games because I never wanted to. So like, maybe
I feel
it
like if you
functions
played them,
differently in the
you'd be
game.
okay. Yeah.
But like now I'm thinking about like finishing. Like, okay, let's go to Doom 2016. You do a finisher. I don't even think the game slows down. It's just freaking.
Nope.
You just yep.
Yeah,
done.
it's just you're there,
Serious Sam
pop,
4, boom,
explosion. Yeah.
done. God of War, the new one I believe had finishers. And I don't
It did
have any
have
problem with those
finishers.
either.
They were short. They weren't
some of the-
they
yeah,
weren't as
some of them
flashy and like
slowed down
all
for a
over the
second.
place and
And then
Yeah,
like
they don't-
18-second cutscene.
and then Bayonetta, even like the original
All-
game, because I
all
freaking love
finishers.
Bayonetta. The finishers, like they happen, but the camera doesn't move. It's still zoomed out. You're still very aware of what's going on around you. Maybe that is
Those
my
are,
problem.
unless
Strange.
you did the dragon finishers where your hair comes out and you summon the dragon monster, that's
Oh,
different.
I don't even know about that. So.
So like if you did the special finishers where she would take her hair off her body for the clothing and turn it into a giant hair dragon, that's the only time the camera would move. But yeah,
Okay.
when you're doing the normal
Yeah, I
finishers,
remember
like
things with like where she does like a guillotine to people
yep,
and like.
those are
stuff like that.
just
It's very
normal.
quick and
Yeah, those are
snappy.
normal finishers.
I love people
You look at-
explaining Bayonetta. When
You
she
look
takes
at,
her hair off her clothing and it becomes a dragon.
Her clothing is
What?
her hair.
Her clothing is her hair. I know exactly what it means.
Oh, I know what he means. It's just wild.
If you look at the most recent Devil May Cry, which is Devil May Cry 5,
Special edition.
yes.
Special
If you look at these or Virgil or Nero, actually even Dante, any of those ultimate moves that they do, the ultimate finishers, they all focus in on the character for at least 5 to 7 seconds, depending on where they are in the actual animation. And it doesn't matter where you are, where you're sitting, they'll do that just to emphasize what the damage is that they did. But Devil May Cry is a more methodical game when it comes to like, okay, there's people who do stupid, crazy combos in it, and they know that people do it. So people only use those finishers to absolutely end the combo.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
when at the now I'm seeing on Reddit too, FF16. I'm seeing stupid fucking crazy combos now with this game because people have figured out how to Devil May Cry the game.
Right.
And now they're saving those things all the way till the end. Like Zanketsuken level 5 is literally just used at the end of something when somebody's done with the 700 head combo.
Wow, I can't believe it. Maybe, yeah, all right. You know,
I figured it out, Kevin. You're
Stellar
welcome.
Blade looks
like,
exactly like that when you're doing a bunch of these combos. Spider-Man also actually did combo finishers like that too.
Adam, Outline.
Yeah, a little bit.
Outline,
Yeah.
maybe. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. When you do the big, whatever the fuck it's called thing.
Oh, that weird,
Yeah, but like even thinking about that, it cuts to like the cool like comic panel almost, but then goes right back to default camera. In the thing,
also you
and
can't
you're
get
doing
hit
the
while doing
animation.
that.
You can't get hit.
Yep.
It literally interrupts everything on the screen.
Kevin, I know.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
Oh. Who am I? God, please tell me.
Kevin.
Oh, interesting.
Smicky Smacky.
Oh, yes.
I love it when you smacky smack.
That close. That close. We'll give it to him.
Shut
I
up.
love it when you call me Smacky.
No, it's I love it when
Dude, I
you're
lost
snicky
it when
smacky.
you first came up with that. Oh, man.
I love it when you call me.
That was Returnal.
Smacky.
That was Returnal.
It was.
Man, what a game. I wish there was a second one coming.
Yeah, who knows?
I know. But
We
they'll
know.
be making more games, so we'll see what Housemarque comes out with next.
Hey guys, we couldn't make Returnal. Here's Return You. I couldn't think of a title. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Silent Hill 2 looks cool. I don't know why they made this Silent Hill a short message or whatever. I want to play this. I'm curious. I want to see what
have
it
a
is.
theory that
Yes.
this is somehow going to tie into...
Theory.
Wow.
Sorry.
I have a theory that this is going to somehow tie
Rest in
into...
peace.
What?
He
Or-
retired from Game Theory.
Yeah, Game Theory, yeah. Rest in peace.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, it's still people are still hosting it. But
I think it's going to tie into... God, I don't remember what the hell the freaking
Can
game
turn
is called
smile.
now. Genesis, help me. Silent Hill...
It's going to
PT.
tie into a Silent Hill.
Downfall? Downfall?
No,
Is that the
no.
one that the observation people are making?
No, that's the no, not Downfall. What the fuck is it? Is it Downfall?
I just can see
No,
the wave.
Town
Townfall.
Hall.
Townfall.
Town Hall or Townfall?
Townfall, I thought. No? Town Hall doesn't make any
What's
sense.
happening?
So I hope it's
Okay, so
Townfall.
maybe it's Townfall.
you guys want to go to
Whichever
Town
game it
Hall?
is. Whichever game it is that the
Get some books
observation
banned
people are
from
making.
schools.
Yeah, so I think
Because
you're hitting the money right
I
there.
think
that
I
is
can
gonna connect.
see
Hitting them.
I can see them making a first-person game that plays like Short Message as their game. Because observation is a lot more like static angles, but like you could totally make that a first-person game and have it more or
So-
less play the same way.
Are you getting like straight like PT2 vibes from this game as well when you saw the trailer for it?
Not really.
No?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
yeah, it's a first-person perspective and it's horror, but like it
PT
looked like
was
there was
scarier.
actual substance going on there. I don't know.
Oh wow! Uh oh!
What?
That was a shot at PT.
It's really not, but okay. PC just
I'm
didn't
gonna-
have a lot of like substance in the game. You just did the thing. You rode the ride, and it was a good ride. That was it. This looks like it's going somewhere.
I'm
I
gonna
liked
play
all
it
the
after
eyes.
the podcast, and I'm gonna see. I'll
that make
stream
sense?
it too.
I
And
see.
I'll see where
I
it
get
goes.
what you're saying, Kevin. You
Yeah.
really turned me around.
Oh, it was also a demo.
No, I think
Yeah.
Kevin is absolutely right though. I think it's gonna tie into their Townfall game that's coming out, which is that observation.
It could be Silent Hill F too. Who freaking knows? But like,
Oh God, I can't. But I can't play that. I can't do it. That's a lot of tryptophobia in that game. I can't play that shit.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's just it's too much. I can't. I would literally want to peel my skin off by the end of the game.
Could you
Hey,
watch someone else play it?
immersive.
Nope.
well,
I
I tried.
literally want to. Yeah, I want to play it. Trust me. Silent Hill F is the newest Silent Hill that's not part of the current like numbered series that they
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
So like I really want to play it.
Write
but
to
at the
them.
same
See
time,
if they can put in something. Accessibility, man. Game companies are
Maybe.
getting awards for that shit.
Maybe they might do
They're
that.
gonna be like, "Fuck you, no."
What?
Thank you.
Stupid hole boy.
Rise
Wow,
of
okay.
the Ronin definitely looks interesting. I kept saying that it was either gonna be a Black Friday game or like a summertime game. I probably won't get it day one, but I'll see how
not
it
day
goes. It
Too
you know,
sketch.
like how Adam had said it looked like a combination of Assassin's Creed with Neo and
Sekiro and
Sekiro and
800
all
other
those-
games.
and
yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima and all
Yeah.
that. So like
Yeah, but Ghost
it
of
looks like a
Tsushima's
game
better.
that.
Ghost
Oh
was
no,
good.
I know. I'm not saying it's. I'm saying Ghost is better. If we had
No,
gotten
no,
Ghost
I
2
know,
today, that
I know
would've
what you're
been
saying, but,
amazing, but.
I can't think of a lot of games that aren't better than Ghost.
No, there's not.
There's
Yeah,
very
no,
few
samurai
games.
wise, no, there's very few games that are I don't think
Just
there's
in
any
general.
games that do
Just
Samurai
overall,
better
what a
than Ghost.
game! Fucking oh
It
man.
was.
So
Yeah.
with all this, right? Let me close out this show for us here by asking this question. What since they've had their state of play now, and now Xbox has had an Xbox ID or Inside Xbox, whatever they call
Oh
it now.
God. Yeah.
What do
the
we?
train
How do
wreck.
we? Yeah, how are we comparing the shows here? Are we comparing them to say one did better than
PlayStation
the
did
other?
better.
Okay.
Ooh. Come back
PlayStation
to
did
me.
better.
Okay.
Because
Definitely.
here, you know what? Can I talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Be
I
weird
don't.
if you
No,
said
no,
no.
it's fine. No. I didn't know what kind of like time frame everybody's working with.
No,
This is
no,
a
no.
different
I
day,
was,
you
it
know?
was just
Nah,
getting
you're
yes,
good.
I was getting better or worse, and then I would ask why afterwards. But you're fine, Kevin. Go ahead.
Oh, you were going around?
Yeah, you're
Let's
fine.
just,
Go
we'll
ahead.
stick with one. So I think PlayStation did it better only because Xbox's thing, most of the games that they showed off, they look kind of jank. I'm not gonna lie. Even Indiana Jones, I watch. If you think I'm going crazy by saying Indiana Jones looks a little jank, go
but
back
who
to it.
does a
Hold
first
on.
person to third person
So
transition?
hold on a
and
minute.
That's fine.
reverse-
I don't think that's that bad.
That part's fine, but go back to
I've
it.
never
All
seen
right,
that.
and when you're watching it in first person, tell me that that's not just QuickTime events. The whole thing is just QuickTime events.
A lot of it
You
looked like
don't
quick
really
time
see
events.
you don't really see smooth first person gameplay because even the whip, there's no crosshair. There's no aiming. There's
Sometimes they
nothing
turn that
lights up
shit
that
off,
says,
though.
"Hey, I know, that is true." But there was nothing that indicated where it was going. It was more like, "Oh, you hit the button, so it's going to do the thing, and then probably go on a cooldown." Like I think we need to see more completely unedited gameplay, full HUD, whatever else is going to be shown, because there's questions. I have a lot of questions with how that game is actually going to play out. It looks jank. And then you had Avowed. God in heaven, these animations are trash. Like, listen, the Elder Scrolls games are great. I love every single one of them. Oblivion took way too long to get into the game, but like that's neither here nor there. Animations for attacking in Skyrim were never really all that great, but it got the point across. This game somehow managed to be worse. It looks like a frickin' VR game when you're swinging your weapon around and doing whatever else. It looks like hot garbage. And these are supposed to be two heavy hitters for Xbox, and they let these trailers go out. At least PlayStation put out good trailers for whatever they were showing.
That's true.
So I've never seen a game do what Indiana Jones has done, where you go from first person to third person. Can you guys give me an example of a game that's done
God,
that?
yes.
Halo,
I
when you
can,
do
but-
assassinations, it goes from first person to third person.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Fallout, you can switch on the fly.
So I don't count the Skyrim and Fallout games because you could just stay in between one or the other. This one
Okay.
is forcing you to go from first to third back to first.
Yeah, Halo is a good example. Which
Oh
is
God,
Microsoft, so
there's
that-
other one. I know there's other
Oh,
ones.
I know there are.
Because it doesn't look like you can choose in Indiana Jones, right? It makes you
There's
stay in
games.
first.
There's definitely a lot of games that
and
go
then
from
you
first
go back
person to
to
third person
third.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Dishonored do anything first to third? I feel like that could have when you're doing platforming.
I don't remember because I
platforming,
don't
but,
think
like,
I don't
moving
think
around.
so because I don't think you ever saw Corvo's face.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think so.
Because like they made a point, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That like Indiana Jones goes to third person when you're doing certain movement-oriented things, like climbing ladders and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Which, if you can interact with the environment, like, oh, you're going to climb this ladder and you're going to pull this person down. Yeah, I would rather do that in third
Jesus.
person.
Assassin's Creed. You're first person in modern day, third person in the Assassin's Creed world.
Yeah, but that's two different, that's
kinda
two
see that,
different
yeah.
segments of gameplay.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's
Indiana
true.
Jones
Okay.
is like, I'm
Metroid Prime.
Oh,
Metroid Prime, you
there's
went
a
to
good
third person
example.
for the ball
That's,
all the time.
Okay, that's a perfect. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that one. I didn't think of that. That's a perfect.
Oh man, I had
example
another
right
one, but I don't remember what it was.
There are definitely more games that do this, but
that one does it well.
it's when
right?
you're changing a movement. Like either it's showing off some sort of animation that would look really bad in first person, like some of the Halo assassination animations, where like it would just make you sick, or it changes from first person to third person because of your change in movement.
Okay. That
Yeah.
the
That
makes
Metroid
sense?
Prime
I
one
think
was
that makes
an
sense.
absolute like
Metroid
perfect one
Prime's
there
like the
because
best one. Yeah.
yeah, because that makes me think like, okay, that could work, but like I'm just thinking of Indiana Jones and I'm like, this
But
guy's not
Indiana
going to a fucking
Jones,
mothball.
I'll give Indiana Jones the benefit of the doubt for now because we saw them going back and forth, back and forth. In Metroid Prime, you have the memory of like when it actually happened in game instead of it just
Mhm.
being shown off. So that's
Right.
Okay.
That's fair.
that again. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I saw a lot of complaints. Even Kevin and I talked about this. Like, it doesn't seem like that's the least of that game's problems right now.
Yeah.
It might be a little weird at first, but it makes sense to switch. Well, because there's a bunch of games in the past used to be third person, then all of a sudden they'd go first person for shooting.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Siphon
weird
Filter
transition sometimes.
did that.
Yeah, Siphon Filter did that.
Okay. Adam, do you have an
Um,
answer to the question I initially asked?
I think Kevin's still going.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh.
Kevin.
I mean, that's kind of really the only point I had about why I think PlayStation did so much better. I honestly don't remember anything else from the Xbox thing other than Avowed and Indiana Jones.
The Hellblade 2.
I don't
Yeah.
care. It's been shown too much. It's the same problem.
It
as
finally
the
got a date,
Even
though.
Ground.
It finally got a date, and it wasn't
I don't
shown
care.
for long.
Even Ground.
Hey, Todd Howard's executive producing Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he pitched it
Right.
Oh,
and then gave it to that studio.
wowzers.
But I honestly don't remember much more from that. So
Secret
like,
of Mana.
that's not good, huh? Oh yeah, Visions of Mana or whatever.
Visions,
that
what-
looked good.
whatever
That's
of
a third
Mana.
party, isn't that?
It was still at their show.
Yeah, it's coming
Oh,
to
okay.
everything, I think.
Okay.
A lot of the games
Okay.
at the show that were today are coming to everything.
Yep.
Were they?
There's
No.
a few.
Coming to everything.
No, not a
Helldivers?
lot. Not a lot.
That's
half. I would say like half.
PC.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is it
not
only
coming to
PC?
everything.
It's not Xbox?
It's PC
No,
PC
it's a
and
PlayStation
PS5.
Oh, wow.
Studios game.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
So
I didn't
Stellar
know that.
Blade, Helldivers, Death Stranding, Rise of the Ronin, Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill whatever the other game was.
Short message.
Yeah, short message. Sorry.
You're fine.
Isn't Silent Hill 2 coming to everything?
Nope. PlayStation,
No, it's not. It's PlayStation.
PS5.
Yeah.
I think. Because
Yeah,
they're going
PS5.
back to, like, the originals were only on PlayStation for a hot
Correct.
minute. And so I
Sony
think they're
got the
going
rights
back
to this
to
one.
that.
I think they bought it from them, or they're making a contract with them that it's only coming to this. Like kind of how Final
I think
Fantasy
I
is.
read an
Like
article
Final
about
Fantasy's not
it.
coming to anything else but that or PC.
Mm.
Yeah. Silent Hill's only coming to this and PC. I'm assuming. PC because they say, oh, it's not available on the other
It's on Steam,
platform
yeah.
or whatever until 2025 or 6 or whatever. Something stupid. Yeah, this is coming to PlayStation. So more than half this show is only PlayStation or PC. A lot of Xboxes is coming to everything.
Well, there were 5 games shown off at that thing. Only
there's
4.
only 5?
Yeah, there were 5.
There wasn't much. Yeah.
It was a concentrated show. It was 4
Oh,
games, or
okay.
Xbox and PC. One was everything.
What was the
Got it,
other
got it.
one? Ara was there.
Avowed
I remember that
Ara,
now. 'Cause Ara, like,
Mana,
appeared on the thing.
Hellblade, and Indiana Jones. Those were the 5.
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ara Untold
Very
looks really
different.
good.
They're
I mean-
aiming for such like it's so weird to see like Xbox and PlayStation are aiming for such vastly different demographics.
No, they just had. It's okay. So my answer, the reason I had to think about it is because I don't know if I can compare them, because they're doing such different things. If all honesty, I would prefer an Xbox show, but for PlayStation, where it concentrates on 5 games and they're all first party centric except one of them. That's what I would
Okay.
prefer.
Okay.
That's a fair answer.
Like this show, personal opinion aside, I thought it was a well-made show. I thought it was well-paced. I thought it didn't overstay its welcome. I thought it had a lot of diverse titles, even though it's really diverse for like 3 markets, but whatever. Like I thought,
This is a very Asian-centric and Eastern show.
yeah,
It's a very Eastern show.
well, but yeah, and I think it reached all of the demographics of those people. So
Yeah, because the previous show was a very westernized show. That was a more westernized, more aiming towards Western people show.
I don't even remember the previous show. So
Well, that was Spider-Man and all the other new games that they announced. Concord, Marathon, that heist game
No,
that they
that also
had.
had a lot of Asian. Every other game was Asian except the
Phantom,
multiplayer ones.
Phantom
Mm-hmm.
Blade was the only Asian game there, I thought.
Mm-mm.
Are you talking about the show you hated?
Yeah, that was the one that had
Yeah,
Spider-Man in
no,
it.
there were other things. There was Hoyo versus there. I made a lot of jokes about it.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Honkai
did.
Star Rail was in that one?
Yeah, there were other things. There were so many
There was
other things.
a whole bunch of animated things.
There were a
in
whole
there.
bunch. I even did demographics. Remember, I
Because
was
I'm
like,
pretty sure Adam's joke was like there were like 4 games all the same thing or something like that.
yeah, it was a lot.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
as bad as that. It's
I'm-
not as bad as a Nintendo one,
I'm mistaken on that
where
one.
it's like
Sorry.
you're all
19
good.
farming simulators,
It
but
was
also
forgettable. It's fine.
yeah. But yeah, no, I would prefer a concentrated show. Like I even said to Kevin during that Xbox thing, like if this was a PlayStation show concentrated like it was on 4 developers, because it had interviews with the developers and they were talking. If it was as PlayStation centric as that show was Xbox centric, we would fucking love that. We would get a
You-
kick out of that. If we had interviews with Guerrilla talking about the next Horizon, what they're being inspired by, what they're doing, and then showing gameplay, we'd be like, hell yeah. We don't care how jank it looks, as long as when it comes out, it's going to be great.
Do we want developer shit though? I thought we were all like
I
under the
don't.
consensus of like we like the whole short gameplay segments and just keep pumping them out.
Normally in like big showcases, no, but this was clearly a concentrated one where they said it's going to be 4 games and a surprise.
Oh, I see what
And
you're
it
saying.
literally
Okay.
talked about, hey, this is like if you're a friend, grab a cup of cocoa, sit down, grab a snack, and learn about the games. That's how it was advertised, and that's something that dude, you're telling me you wouldn't want like a 20-minute deep dive on Death Stranding 2?
I got in a 10
And then a
minute
20-minute deep
today.
dive.
Yeah,
Well,
a
you
big
got a
one.
10-minute. You got 9 minutes of cutscene. That's what you got. It
Which
wasn't
is
a deep
my
dive. You didn't
that's
have
all I needed.
Kojima talking to you about like what he was inspired by and what.
I don't care. I don't need to know that. Just show me 9 minutes of cutscene and I'm good.
Oh man, I disagree. I disagree.
I guess to answer your question, no, I don't want to see, I don't care what Guerrilla's gonna do with Horizon. Just show me what Horizon 3 looks like for 5 minutes and I'm good. I don't care
I
what the
want
fuck they have
if they
inspired
show
them.
me Horizon for 5 minutes, but also talk about it for 15. That's 20 minutes of Horizon, and my hype is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I moved
Interesting.
away from because that was the old style of the show. Old style of game reveals and all that. It used to be like
I
here's the game,
disagree
here's the
that it's the
developer,
old style.
here's
I would say it's more the new style. The only reason
the
I
new
would say that is because literally the next show for PlayStation is one of those for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and it's next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right, but they're not talking about their inspiration for Final Fantasy. It's more
They're
showing
gonna
off all the different. They're
they're
gonna show
gonna
off the
talk
golden
about
saucer
shit.
probably. They're gonna show off the golden saucer. They're gonna talk about how the system is for the open world. They're gonna show off Zack. They're gonna show off Cloud. They're gonna show off Sephiroth, and they're gonna have whatever surprise they want to
They're
have.
definitely gonna
It's gonna
talk
be-
about it.
When was the last time they did that? Spider-Man did that. Did they talk about like
Yeah,
the game?
yeah. The
What
developer hopped
inspired
on
them?
and was like, "Yeah, this is what we're doing, and we've been inspired by these comics." They've literally done that almost every time.
Did they?
Yes,
Okay, I must zone out during that time because I just don't care.
that's crazy to me.
I just show me the game. I want to see the game. That's what I'm buying. I'm not buying the developers. I'm buying the fucking game.
I'm okay with developer stuff, but like
There's a time and place for it.
you gotta wow me.
I guess I'll go
If a
with Kevin on that
developer's
one.
me talking, wow me with something.
I
Be
guess
like,
if you're
hey,
showing me a bunch of different
in this
things, like
style of game, this usually happens. Like, okay, Ara, History Untold. One thing that developers wowed me with was they say, hey, we're making this 4X game, but it's not about take over the world. You're getting prestige points in all these different categories, so you can play the game how you want, and you can win doing that.
I guess if you
And I'm
explain to
like,
me
wow,
like that,
okay.
I'm interested. If Kojima came out and said, "Hey, Death Stranding 2 is going to incorporate this entire world that's going to do X, Y, Z, and you have to go from state to state or country to country and show your thing," like I'm cool with that. You're explaining more of the game. If you're just talking about the dev team and what made them make this game, I don't care about that shit.
I think there's a
I
time
personally
and place.
don't, but I see it. I see why people would want to hear it. I just don't want to. I don't.
Yeah, same. I don't care.
Wow.
That
Okay.
is what it is.
All right. Never mind then.
Explain. No, you're not wrong. I'm not saying
No, you're
that.
not. Yeah,
I
we're
would,
not.
I would say explain mechanics to me. Explain
Mechanics.
how you're developing your game.
Yes.
That's what I care about
Yes.
because I care about gameplay first.
Yep.
But if
I
you're
wanna
like a
see what you're
narrative
doing in
person,
the game.
you're going
What
to
do you-
want to know where their influence is coming from. 100%.
I like Death Stranding. The narrative is coming straight from the cutscenes that I'm watching. Like I'm more intrigued by everything that happened in that 10-minute trailer than I would have been if Kojima came on the stage and talked to me about, he got inspired by Death Stranding 2 because of Death Stranding 1 and the beached bodies and the whales on the beach and Princess Peach jumping on Mario or whatever. So that's, that's an actual reference. That's an actual reference. Shut up. That's an actual thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the Princess Peach and Mario were in Death Stranding. I want to see gameplay. Like, okay, if Guerrilla came up and they said, "Here's Horizon 3, show me gameplay," cool. Then they're going to talk about the MMO aspect of it, how we're going to incorporate a multiplayer system into this, and we're going to have all these things come up. Like, yes, give me that. I want that. That's awesome. If we were inspired from Aloy, from her past experiences, and we wanted to share with you how her picture of her looking like she was fat made us inspire us to make this game even better.
That's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying at all.
What were you saying then?
Basically, what you're describing with the mechanics and stuff. Remember that deep dive on Starfield that they did?
The one where they were showing off, like,
it was like an hour of like Starfield, and they're like, "This is why we incorporated this, and this is what the story is going on." That's literally what I was talking about. It all leads into mechanics. I'm not saying like this is our life story and like no, I don't care about that crap.
Yeah.
I misunderstood then.
Yeah,
I must have misexplained.
Nope.
I thought when you were saying like what influenced them was like
what influenced like certain things in the game, not like in their life. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
See, I thought you were talking about like when
they
were like, hey,
that's why I just let you guys go.
I
was like, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I clearly just spoke here somewhere.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking like when Bethesda goes out and they're like, hey man, we walked around like these parks in Maryland and we were really intrigued by these trees, so we wanted to like make sure that this. Well,
that is talking about the art style and stuff. That's fine. That is included in what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like if that went on for like hours about like trees and shit. Like, move on. Who gives a fuck? You made trees.
Okay.
Of course, it's about the mechanics. It's about the game. Yeah.
And I went the wrong way.
That's why I gave that example.
Yeah, you both just started feeding off each other and going back and forth, and I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what to do about this.
We just like beating off on you sometimes. That's all we like to do.
That's what's going on.
You heard what I said. You heard what I said. I know what I said. You heard what I said.
That's what's going on.
I apologize. Destinoro has yet to talk.
Yeah, what are you thinking? Was this show better? Was the Xbox show better? Did you have a different opinion, like Adam?
I didn't really see the Xbox one, but
good.
From what information I know.
But also watch that because I'm curious if you think that Avowed is a VR game as well. I'm going to convert everyone to this.
I was watching the trailer while you guys were talking, and it did remind me of the same action role-playing game we saw today.
Right?
I'm less critical of it. I think it looks like the first time they shut off Horizon, where the animations just look janky as shit. But I still think there's something there.
Okay.
In Avowed?
Yeah.
An Everweed.
Everweed.
I hate it.
It's made by Obsidian.
It's made by Obsidian, who is literally one of the greatest RPG makers in the Western world.
Right. I don't know, it just reminds me, the character models especially remind me a lot of...
I think the game's ugly, I will say.
Yeah, they don't look great.
I don't like the art style at all.
It looks fine, but...
What Xbox game actually looks good now?
Indiana Jones.
Really?
I actually did. I thought the facial shit on Indiana Jones looked gummy.
Oh, really? I thought it was like
Yeah.
almost directly Wolfenstein, but I haven't looked at them side by side.
Hold on. I mean, Forza looked good.
I was
Well,
listening
that's a
to
racing game.
Digital
It's easy.
Foundry video today. Actually, they were talking about the Indiana Jones thing, and one of them brought up that you could see like the spit between the guy's lips, like going, like forming and
Yep.
and going away when he opened and closed his lips, and that spit was like falling out. Like they went that into detail.
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
In games
it's
is
detailed.
insane. Yeah.
But
when it comes to people.
But I think Wolfenstein looked better because it has that polish. Indiana Jones is not out yet, and that polish was not there.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. You know what? Sure.
Like, yeah, details are there. It looks good. Like, I think Starfield looks good, even though there was some jank animations, and a lot of people would really just set up their cameras to make the worst animations look even horrible, like, even way worse. But like, I think there was a lot of like still images. I thought most of that game looked good. Mostly boring, but it looked good. So.
Okay.
A lot of the art style of Xbox games, I think are boring, though. They just look.
Last question,
plain.
and then we're probably going to sign off.
Wait, that's not done yet.
He already gave his answer. He didn't even watch it.
Wow. Okay.
It's fair. It's fair.
You can't give a comparison when you didn't watch the actual show.
Well, most of the games on there I wasn't particularly interested in either.
So, right, so you can't give an actual...
Hellblade still looked interesting enough. Because it was more of like a experience type game than like full on.
All right, there, Kevin.
No, I'm not.
Game. Lots of comparisons to it being Xbox's older 1886.
He broke his ass
everywhere.
Oh, Hellblade, dude! Why didn't we say that? That's a good-looking game.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, fuck! It doesn't look like a game, but like it's a good-looking game.
Yeah, that game looks fucking. Ugh. I don't think Hellblade looks good at all.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
I don't like
graphically
it.
Or gameplay wise.
I would say gameplay wise. I don't think it looks good at all.
Gameplay wise, I agree.
What about graphically?
Graphically, it just looks like a very high. It looks like how Destinor was just saying, Order 1886. It looks.
That's what I said. He stole that from me. Everyone's stealing that from me.
I'm sorry, Adam. I'll give you credit.
Thank you.
It definitely looks like an Order 1886. Albeit, I think Order 1886 was a more fun game to play than this is going to be.
I don't know. I played in that game. I got some issues.
I mean, listen. I realize, but I think that game would be, if we're comparing the two side by side, I think that would be a more fun game to play. But this art style looks hyper realistic, but it's like that's the only thing it has going for it. There's nothing else that I feel like it's doing for itself.
So when you ask which Xbox game actually looks good, are you asking overall, like gameplay wise and everything?
Yeah, like what Xbox game actually looks good? Like these games that they're putting out, from Indiana Jones to Hellblade to Avowed and
yeah, I still don't think Indiana Jones is this year, even though it said this year. I even said to Kevin, like, there's no way.
That's delayed.
Also, that was the first time they showed it off.
And it's all of a sudden this year.
So, yeah, I can see it getting pushed, like, it'll be fall, and then, like, it's gonna slip until, like, May of next year.
I don't, like... from what we've seen today with the Sony games, they just look so good. They look like they're going to be fantastic games coming in. And it's just, I'm looking at the Xbox games, and I think the only one is, what's the other Xbox game that people are fucking waiting for, they're hyped for? On Indiana Jones and Hellblade. There's another one.
Oh, Darklight is out and it's only $18? Oh.
I do not know what you're trying to think of.
I don't know either. Maybe it was a teaser for one of the games, and maybe I thought it was
Yeah.
That's not
yeah, I don't know. I don't see much from them. That's my problem.
4.67.
My last question to the panel here. what do we think about Nintendo? Because there's also a rumor of Nintendo having a show real soon. Do we think Nintendo can easily beat these two shows that have already come out? And what would they have to do to beat them?
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4 would win, hands down. No
Yeah.
contest. Puts everyone in the ground for at least
I
several
think
months.
I think that no matter how much I love Stellar Blade and Death Stranding 2, I think I would have to agree. If Nintendo came out and just dropped one trailer of Metroid Prime 4 next week sometime,
Could be 15 seconds
the
long.
entire
wouldn't matter.
internet would break.
The internet explodes. Yep. Uh-huh.
The internet explodes.
Well, that was an easy question.
But
I
like,
well, you know,
if
I
that
would like
doesn't
more detailed
happen-
answers, but
if that doesn't happen, I don't really know what the hell, like,
Animal Crossing DLC or
what do
2.
they show?
I don't know whether Nintendo could actually beat the two shows, because the thing with them that I've seen so far is Pal World is absolutely annihilating Pokemon somehow. The Mario games, a Super Mario RPG had came out already. They have Mario versus Bowser. That's versus Bowser versus Donkey Kong coming out. I guess the only like bombshell drop they could have with Mario at this point is like Mario Odyssey 3 or something, or
There was a
Super Mario
2?
Sunshine remake. Yeah, Mario. Wasn't there a Super Mario Odyssey 2?
No.
Oh, okay, then 2. Maybe. Okay, sorry, I'm maybe thinking of Galaxy.
Galaxy 2,
There was also
okay,
a Galaxy 3.
There was no Galaxy 3.
Yeah, there was, wasn't there?
No, it was just Galaxy 2, and then it went to Odyssey.
Oh.
I swear to God, that's why I thought there was Odyssey 2, because I'm like, there had to have been a sequel. They could have a bombshell with Odyssey 2. Maybe Tears of the Kingdom DLC. I don't think they do that, though, with the Zelda games.
No, I think that would have been announced by now.
Yeah, Pokemon, they're done with already, because Scarlet and Violet have already out their DLCs. They'll probably be working on whatever the next one is. But maybe drop that, and it'll make people go crazy. That's it, I think. It really comes down to them announcing MP4. If they show off MP4, if they show off Odyssey 2, if they show off the Switch 2, what else could they show? I don't know. Those would be the only things that would really.
I gotta be honest. For me, nothing.
Nothing.
Nah, I don't think they could pull out anything, and I'd be like, oh shit.
Really? Not even Animal Crossing DLC?
Yeah, even if they did, like
What if they did Animal Crossing 2?
New Horizons 2,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be out for years, and it would probably be supported for a year and then completely dropped like the last one, and I'd be just as disappointed.
Okay.
So I wouldn't watch it and go, oh fuck, I gotta get that immediately. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's probably a day one, but at the same time, it's not gonna win. I don't care for Mario games. Metroid Prime can suck my dick. I don't care for any Nintendo products. No offense.
Why you sound like me right now?
No, I just don't care for Nintendo products. I'm glad. I hope Mario or Metroid Prime 4 is there.
No, I hope so as well. For Destino's sake, I hope.
Unless they're like, here's a super gritty, not gritty. Here's a super up-res, beautiful remake of Sunshine. I'd be like, oh, maybe. But they already ported it, and it put barely any effort into it. So there's not really anything. If they make an exclusive Batman game, but they're not going to do that. If they finally show off the Wonder Woman game, that's not coming to the Switch. And if it is, it's probably going to look like trash. Like, there's not really anything for me.
Right. Okay. Good answer.
Kevin,
What about
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong? What the fuck? Who cares? I grew up with a GameCube. I like no Nintendo games. Except Animal Crossing and Super Mario Sunshine. The rest of the Mario games, I think they're boring, and I don't care.
Wow.
I share the same opinion as Genesis. I just don't voice it because I understand that they're good games, and I just know that I don't appreciate them, but other people do.
I just think
Zelda, not for me.
Games.
Don't like games that have names where you're not playing as that person. Just call them Link, Nintendo, be a man. Like, it just makes no sense.
It's
The
the
Princess,
Legend of Zelda.
I don't care.
God,
The
The
Legend
Princess
of
Peach
Zelda.
I
game
don't see
coming
the side
out
of Adam
seems
enough.
fun. No thanks.
Legend
Oh,
of
I
Link
forgot
doesn't
about
sound
that
too
Peach
bad.
game. What?
The Legend of Link.
Yeah, they should rename it.
Doesn't sound too bad.
I don't know why they don't do that.
But
Maybe that's the next
the
game.
entire story is about Zelda.
The story is trash.
Okay.
Stories. It's not about Zelda. Who the fuck? Zelda's the fucking princess. What about Link? He
Why don't
does
we
the whole
play as
thing.
Zelda?
Oh.
Why are we always playing as Femboy Link? I don't want to play as Femboy Link.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's so much
I
stuff
love this
about
side of
him.
Adam. I love it.
I'm just saying, like,
There's so much stuff about Fanboy Link.
again, the reason Genesis and I get along so well is because we mostly share the same opinion about, like,
He just doesn't voice
games
the
we
opinions as
don't
loud as I
play. It's not that they never appealed to me. They're just not for me. But I respect them. I get why people like
I don't
them.
respect them.
I know. But, like, yeah, so
Like,
there's
I know.
really nothing here could be like, oh my god, you give Mario a gun wouldn't change anything for me. Unless Mario's going to turn into like a third-person open-world RPG.
Person open world RPG Mario.
Yeah.
Could
Isn't that
happen.
Super Mario RPG?
It could happen.
No.
Kevin's right. Absolutely it could happen. Because Mario,
Well.
he can do that. But they
can do
won't
anything.
do something like that.
Give
That's
Mario
why I
a
choose
gun.
to play on PlayStation.
Why haven't they given Mario a gun?
Well,
yet?
because Mario's for children and for families. Because Nintendo only makes family games. Because that's why they own that category.
They should make a Mario with a gun.
Give me a Sackboy game.
Sackboy with a gun?
No, just give me a Sackboy game. I'm just talking about games I want.
Adam's not getting the reference on dropping with a gun.
I got it.
Oh, okay, never mind. You just didn't react to it. Fucking
I have no reaction to that.
Shut you fucking I love you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I love you too.
Night Dive Studios wants to remaster Eternal Darkness. Oh,
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm looking up Nintendo games that I'm being reminded of now.
I have no nostalgia for
Apparently-
Nintendo products. I don't know.
That's good. No, I respect that opinion. Actually, it's pretty good.
Apparently, Donkey Kong Country is getting a 30th anniversary pretty soon.
Who cares?
Okay.
Ooh.
Are we
This
getting a
year will
Donkey
be the
Kong
30th
Country remake?
anniversary.
Is that what we're getting now? Donkey Kong Country
Or a
remake?
new game, like
Oh, wow,
follow
guys,
up to
wow.
Tropical Freeze.
Wow, guys, Tropical
Nice.
Freeze. Wow.
But
Can't
it's
wait.
also people are talking about Prime 2 remastered.
Yeah,
Give
hopefully.
us Prime 4. Just give us Prime 4. Give this man some hope in his life.
Hey guys, we've
Yeah, but that's
updated
just
the
not
Prime
what
4
Nintendo
logo.
does anymore. They don't announce things a year ahead.
They're gonna be like, we've updated the Prime 4. Actually, they do. We've updated the Prime 4 logo, and now Prime 2 is coming out. See you. See you next year. You're right. They don't announce things a year ahead. They announce it 7 years ahead. That's why Prime 4 still isn't out.
After that.
Didn't they announce the Prime remakes?
No.
Only Prime 1 got a remake.
Didn't
That
they
was
announce
Shadow
all of
Drop
them?
the same day.
No, they didn't announce
I
all
thought
of
they
them.
announced that 2 was coming eventually.
There was a rumor that
They
2
never
and 3 were going to get
officially
remade.
announced. It kept
Yeah, that was
getting
a rumor.
rumored.
Really?
Heavy rumor.
Oh.
Everybody was pretty much saying the same thing, that they were gonna announce like 2 and 3 in one, or 2 separately and 3 separately, and then 4, sounds like what they're gonna do now.
At this point, we're going to get
Well-
4 on the Switch too. Like, it's not happening in the original Switch anymore.
Probably.
I can almost guarantee you that.
Interesting.
Or it'll be like both. It'll be cross-gen maybe.
I think it's going to go the
But
way of Final
it
Fantasy
seems-
versus 13, where it was originally developed for the Switch, but it's going to be swapping over to the Switch 2 because the Switch 1 wasn't powerful enough to run it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go down that exact same path. FF versus 13 all over again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
There's also a date rumor of February 7th. I keep
Oh,
seeing
for
it
what?
everywhere for Direct.
Oh, I was about to say for P4. I was like, oh god.
No. I would die.
Yeah, he'd be dead. Yeah, you'd be in a grave right now at this point. You'd be like, oh. All right. Well, that's that. Anybody else got any more opinions about the state of play? Anything we talked about before we close the show?
I have one thing that Desinoto and I need to come clean about.
Oh.
Desinoto, do you want to take the lead on this?
Sure. Yes. We had already watched the entire state of play before you came back home.
Genesis, we waited about 10 minutes. And then we realized if this man was driving, he's not coming back within the hour. So we're just going to watch the state of play. But if he comes back, we'll start it over. So we watched it. And we finished it. We talked about it. Desinoto went to the bathroom, got a snack. I got a snack, and then you came back, and we rewatched it with you and did a play-by-play of all the comments we did the first time we watched it.
That's great.
And I want to tell you that the reason we did that is because we knew that this show was a 10 out of 10 for you, and we wanted you to have that fun reaction with us.
Aww.
So, I just want you to know that. I did not like the show, and I watched it twice.
I've never felt so betrayed and loved at the same time.
We literally said the same jokes. That tall guy I said was Casey, said it the first time. When I talked about Herman's shirt, said it the first time. The comments we made about Stellar Blade's ass the entire time, Desinoto and I just kept going back and forth. Sometimes he said my line, sometimes he said his line. Like, we literally remembered everything. We even texted each other that we're nailing this. Also, you said to watch it within the hour. If you weren't back, you were not back. And then you said be on in 15 minutes. 40 minutes later, you said be on in 5 minutes. And then 13 minutes later, you hopped on. So, you think we just sat there and talked the entire time? We did for most of it, I will say. There was a lot of waiting.
I don't know how I feel about this.
What do you mean?
I don't know how I feel
We
about
let
this.
you have a genuine experience.
Yeah.
We gave you our
Hysterical.
exact
I really
comments.
feel like I'm being in a toxic relationship right now. I'm being lied to and loved at the
I
same
even
time.
said-
No, you were just on a
You're not
prank
being
show,
lied to.
that was all.
You were just delayed.
No, I was being led.
What did you want us to do? Watch it and then you watch it alone?
I would have watched it alone. I don't.
No. But the thing is, we even gave our own opinion. Like I said, oh, Stellar Blade's coming out in May. And then when we watched it again, I was like, I think it's coming out in May. Also, Desinoto almost threw it. Desinoto almost threw it in the beginning when he said, wait till you see what's coming or something. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he had a great recovery. I think you just were like, just watch.
Oh,
Like,
I can never trust again in my life.
no, we wanted you to experience it.
Nope. I can never trust again.
Wow.
I have
Kevin,
been fooled so
were we
bad. I
great
can
friends
never
or were we bad friends?
No,
It was great. I'd be laughing right now if it was me.
Genesis was 3 hours late almost to this stupid fucking thing.
You're not bad friends. I don't think I can trust anything in my life ever again. If that's how well it was played as a lie.
I mean, it was all really funny still for us. Like, every joke was still funny. I did actually forget about Desinoto's avowed comment, so that one got me. I even said that one got me again. It was very funny.
All right. Well, I'm closing the show. Thanks everybody for stopping by to see our state of play reaction and review and our discussion about all this. Tune in Tuesday on our normal podcast. We'll be talking more about gaming news and stuff going on. Don't know yet, but we'll see what happens throughout the week. I'm sure some outlets will have certain comments for things. And
Yeah, and Adam
probably look
promised me
for
a political hour.
I said closer to the later in the year, Kevin. So
I'm excited.
Already.
I said, why not? Who cares?
We'll be looking for a political hour then, I guess.
Eventually.
Probably look
A
for
well
Alright,
thought
we'll
out,
be an hour.
very carefully deduced political hour.
Look for some thoughts on Suicide Squad coming from Adam and I. Probably. We may
Yeah,
have some
maybe.
opinions on that. Let's see what happens. Look for my thoughts on Persona 3 Reload. I'll be having that in my hands before Tuesday, so I'll be able to play that a little bit. Helldivers 2 also will be next week after the podcast, so...
You're stupid.
What?
You don't know what dates are? It comes out the 8th. It comes out on Thursday.
You
Yeah,
stupid.
I said after the podcast.
So
You
it's going
don't
to
know
be the
what
week after
dates are?
next.
You idiot.
I know.
2 weeks out, buddy.
What?
I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I might be dumb.
All right, bye.